Hello everyone, this video we will look at how to integrate the KC868 Uair to Home Assistant by ESP Home. So that you can see this is the dashboard. We will do this, and because this Uair, we can detect the temperature sensor and the humidity by the external sensor, so that you can put this box to anywhere in your house, so that can detect first room and the second room and the third room the temperature. And also you can make some automation like the temperature control the relay output and the temperature control other sense mode. So that we'll look at this Uair hardware firstly, so that we can go on and for this configuration for the ESP Home. It's very easy, just step by step. Okay, let's look at the hardware. And you can see this is the Uair, and this is the PCB board inside of the Uair. So there are many functions about this smart box. You can see here is the IF receive module and IF send module. And this is speak. And this is IR receiver. And this is DS18B20 temperature sensor inside. And this is USB power. And this is USB extender. That is used for extend I2C bus device. And you can see this is in front of the side. And this is the free GPIO you can use if you need. And you can see the bottom of the PCB board. This is IR send and the ESP32 module. And this for LED, that is RGB LED strip, so that we can change the color and change the brightness. And you can see this box, and this is back of the box. Just you can see like this. And this is for power. And this is for external sensor cable. So you can see this is the power. The power just for a power supply for the Uair, and you can download the firmware by this cable. So this cable you can use a mini USB cable, just like this. You can plug on this port, and this USB just connect to your computer. That for download the firmware and for the working power voltage. And this part is for extend. You can see this diagram. The part have many wires. You can see here is two types of the mini USB cable. You can see this is 5 cable and this is 4 cable. What is different? If you use this 4 cable, you can extend. You can see this I have connect with extend the sensor. You can see this is 4 cable. That is for extend the SHT31 temperature and humidity sensor. That have SDA date and SCL, that is clock, and the ground and the VCC. So that is extender for I2C device. And this have 5 cable. That 5 cable including this 4 cable you can integrate and connect with this sensor. And also have another LAN that you can use for extend the IR transmit. So that another LAN you can connect with this IR transmit. So you can extend the IR send. Just like this, you can connect the LAN with this IR send. That is for long distance. This is 3 meters. And you can see the diagram, the USB cable, and connect with that one, and with this IR send, and for extend the power supply. So that pins need to connect with the power supply 5 voltage, so that this RR can extend. This is the hardware details of the USB port 1 and the USB port 2. So you can choose whether you need to use the extended sensor. So let's look at this 4 step we can integrate to the Home Assistant for this Uair. The first, you need to enable the USB port for Raspberry Pi CM4 module. So we need to configure, edit the config file, because this is CM4 inside, we want to download from this USB cable and enable this USB part for this CM4. We need to edit the config file. That we need to change this jump to the right, change this to the right position, and connect with this Type-C USB cable. And this USB connect to my computer. And you can see this is my device or is the disk. We need to click this firstly, and then we can connect with the USB cable and power on. Okay, you can see here is the disk. This is host.io, and we can click, and you will find here is config.txt, and open this file, modify this file, and you can drive down, and you can see here is the stream. That is you need to add to this file, because I have already appended this command to this file. So when you first time your config file will not have this command, so you need to add to this pi4 and paste this command and click close and save. And now you can close your power, and we can change this jump to the left. And you can see now I can change to the left, and now I can power on again. And this time we can remove this USB cable. Just wait for a moment when the Home Assistant is running. We can open browser and enter the Home Assistant.local and login. And you will find this dashboard we have created last time, but this time we need to install the ESP Home and integrate the Uair. So let's do the step 2. We need to enable the Home Assistant in advanced mode. So you can go to the Home Assistant and click the username, and you can see here advanced mode. The default is disabled, so you need to enable this one. So just click, and then you can go to the configuration and go to this add-on. And we need to install. You can see we need to install the step 3 is add the Home Assistant add-on. So we can click add-on online store and input ESP Home. Because you must need to enable this way, advanced mode. If not enable, that will not search this ESP Home. So we can click the ESP Home and click install. Okay, you can see now is install complete. I suggest you enable this showing sidebar so that we can enable this, and you will see the ESP Home on the left menu. That will be easy to find out the short link, and click start. And the ESP Home is running. And now we can click the ESP Home. And you can click add new device and continue, and the name you can choose Uair, and the next, and this is based on the ESP32, so we choose this one and click next and skip, and we can edit the config, and this is generate the code automatically. We just need to copy and paste, because we have added this for ESP Home, so you can copy this code. And also you can download this file. Just use this file. I have saved this file and uploaded to the form. And you just paste. And this is DS18B20 temperature sensor ID. Every temperature sensor, you can see this one is DS18B20 temperature sensor. Every sensor have different ID address, so you need to change by yourself. This is also mine, but every board will have different ID. So how to search this ID and replace, I will show you. About this ESP home, and you need to know the Uair GPIO function defined. So you can click this link, and here is some details. Where is the RF and where is IR and the I2C and temperature sensor, and this LD RGB LED strip, so that all is at here, and also have this PDF file that is details every GPIO and which cable and how to connect. So we can back to this page, and I have just connect and defined all GPIOs already. That is for the Uair. So you just copy and paste, and now we can press this save button and just press this install. And now this time you need to use this USB cable. And this USB cable, the mini USB cable, you can connect to this port. And this another cable you need to connect with the KC868 server. That is connect with the Raspberry Pi. Okay. Now you can see the cable is connected. And you can choose this one, connect by USB on the server. And you will find a USB server. That click this one and begin to compare and download. Okay, now you can see this is the logo output. I have connected the Wi-Fi, and this is for I2C and not have device because I have not connected with this cable. Next time I will connect it. And this you can see find the sensor. That is GPIO 27. That is for DS18B20. So this blue is your code, your address. You just copy this one and replace on your configuration. And this next I will connect with this sensor. And I can edit and just replace this one and paste this code and press save and install and by USB. Okay, you can see the logo file. We have detected the temperature. You can see here the temperature 24, and we can click stop. And you can see we have defined the internal temperature for our entity name. And this light, the Uair button LED, and the Uair vertical LED. So we can add it to the dashboard. We can go to this configuration and device, and you will find this is KC868 Uair. Just click configuration and click this one and place it bedroom and finish. And you can see the Uair have 5 entities. That is for extend humidity and extend the temperature sensor. And later I will connect to this. And this way we can test the internal temperature and the LED button and the vertical LED. So we can go to overview and click at dashboard and add card and entity. You can see the internal temperature. This is 24, save. That is integrate with this temperature. You can see here, that is detected by the Uair. The temperature is at here. So you can click this temperature and you will see the history. Every minute will save this history. And you can also set the update frequency. So you can click ESP home and edit. You can see this is every 15 seconds will update. You can change this for 5 seconds or another seconds. It's up to you. And also we can integrate the dashboard with the LED. You can see I can add card and the lamp. You can see this is button and save, and this is button, and we can add and another lamp. We can choose that Uair, that is vertical, so we can save, and you will see have 2 lamps. And click down, and this button we can click, and you can see this is white, LED is on, and you can click long time, and you will see you can change the brightness and change the color. You can see I turn off my camera light, and this you can see I can click blue, this become blue, and I can change the brightness. You can see I change the brightness, and also I can change brightness to a little, and this is max, and red and green, and any color you can change by yourself. So this can very useful, that can detect your temperature. If the temperature is high, you can change to red, and if temperature is yellow, is very low, you can change to blue or change to the white. Just it's up to you. So this is change the button LED. You can click this one, and you can see this is a vertical. That also you can change the brightness, and to the max, and you can change to red, and you can change to blue, and change to any color, that by yourself. Okay, this is how to integrate these 2 LED, RGB LED and LED strip to Home Assistant. Let's power off. And this time we will use this external sensor, so that you can let your sensor very long distance. So I can connect with this way. And you can see here is the sensor, because this sensor has the humidity and the temperature at the same time. And this sensor is not inside of the box, so that will have a good value. Now we can just power on, and you can see I can click this cable. That is for power on. And now we have added this sensor. You can see this ESP home. That we have just used the I2C external bus. So we can see here many sensors can be connected. That we use this SH31. That is for temperature and humidity. If you want to test the pressure, and you want to test others like CO2, that is all can be used. So many sensors can be used. Now the Home Assistant, we can edit the dashboard and add the external sensor. So we can click Add Card and Entities. That is extend. You can see extend temperature and extend humidity, and click Save. So you will see this is internal and this is external. Because the internal is inside, if you long work time, that will be hot inside. So use this external sensor will have a good value. So you can see I can click down, and you can see this is the external temperature and external humidity. And now we can test with our mobile phone. You can see I open this Home Assistant application. You can see here is switch before we have added, and you can see here the LED, and this is the external temperature, and this external humidity. So we can just click, and you will see this is the history, and also we can click this button and turn off, and click this icon, turn off, and we can hold down and change the brightness, and you can see with my hand I change to the max brightness. You can see this color will be changed according to my finger. That is green and blue, and any color, just choose by yourself. Also, you can click this one, press and this window and turn on, and change the color, and change the color. So this is very useful. This vertical and this button LED, or you can change the color. This is for my hand to change. I think you can make some automation in Home Assistant that the temperature change this color, or some wireless signal to change this color. And in your house at the night, that will be a light for your room. Okay, this is how to integrate the Uair to KC868 server. Thanks for watching.